Hey guys, Epic Life Story here. And as you might have guessed from the title, today the video is about streetlights and traffic lights for your LEGO city. So in front of you, you can see two of the standard issued from the sets. On the left, a streetlight, on the right, a sort of curb, but the focus is on the traffic light for now. On the left, the streetlight came with this set. This electrical truck set. So if you've got that, great. You already know about that. And if you have the ambulance, the new ambulance, not the one from like 2007, you'll have the street curb. So you'll know all about that traffic light. These are both relatively simple pieces. The traffic light is basically just a stand like this, and on top of that you can see the base like that, and on the top of that just these. Very easy to build, very simple. So I'm not going to show you how to build that because I trust that you guys know how to do that. That is just a basic traffic light, and I'm probably going to get some pieces from Pick a Brick and build a few of those. They're really simple, and if you need a lot of traffic lights, since they barely use any pieces, they're probably the best option. On the left, we have the larger street light, and this is again fairly standard. I'll just take it apart so you can sort of see some of the elements. Alright, so first of all we have the base. There we go. The base. You can use any sort of base. You don't have to use a flat 3x3 one, flat 1x3 one, and then the pole, and that snaps into the base, and then the top. Very standard, very simple to build, like that, and then that's at the top. So that fits all together quite nicely, and it's very easy to build. It requires very few pieces. The only hard piece to get is sort of this middle pole here. So you might have to get some of them from your local Lego store, or if you've got some of them lying around, you can pretty much build as many streetlights as you have poles, because the rest of the pieces are quite common. But let's up it a little bit. So now this street light has pretty much turned into a traffic light. Has a street light on top still, but now it's got a traffic light shooting out of the side. And this is pretty much the easiest way to make a traffic light if you have street lights already. You can just add on this bit right here onto your existing street lights, which is essentially just one of these pieces and that, which is very easy to build. So I'm not going to show you the pieces you need for that. The point of this is not to have you look at this exact model and just build it yourself using the same pieces that I used. Obviously, you're not going to have the same pieces that I had. I had to build based on which pieces I had. So this is just a basic guideline for you. So if you see something that you like, it's meant to inspire you to make your own thing. Now, playing off this traffic light again, just a bit of a disclaimer there. Very hard to do this over the camera. You don't even need the street light on the top. Looks fine just like that. Or you could even add something else up there, like a camera. There you go, traffic camera right there. Easy to make. And you have a basic street light. Alright, so here we have essentially the same traffic light, but now has two arms. So you could stick it in a corner of an intersection, and you've covered two of the streets with the same traffic light pole. I used, for this bit, hang on, I'll get it for you. This piece. And this is actually I've really never seen this piece except for in the Grand Emporium. I actually grabbed it off this sign. If you have that, it comes with 3 of them to hold the lights up. It's a very strange piece. I've never seen it used before. If you don't have that, you can just use a more generic combination, like, hang on, where is it? Like this, for instance. One of those just connected to one of those pieces, and clip it onto the back of the traffic light. Might have to take the camera off for this one. It won't fit. Back of the traffic light pole, and just clip another traffic light on there. There you go. Basically the same thing. Just doesn't look as clean in my opinion. But you can go one step further. Alright, so we're back again, and now we have this. So basically what I've done, it looks pretty much the same from this side as it did before. It's got the traffic light there in the camera now. But what I did is, instead of just clipping it on, I actually used one of these pieces. You can see in there. Clips onto 3 of them, and it looks really nice. I put a block on top just so you couldn't see into the interior if you looked from the top. And when you have it on there, all 3 of them, I think it looks really cool. I think it would look even cooler if you had 4 of them and had it hanging somehow, but I didn't have time to do that. Nonetheless, still looks pretty neat in my opinion. Starting to look like a realistic looking traffic light. But we can do more. Remember this? Well, I think we can build on that sort of design using the sideways elements. I can't remember what the piece is called. Here we have a somewhat realistic looking traffic light there. It's a hanging traffic light. It looks sort of funny with just 1 on there, but it's a good start, I think. I think we could build on that a little bit. I've added another traffic light on there. It looks a little bit more balanced with 2 on there. You know what I think this needs though? A camera. I think these cameras look so cool, but it won't go on. If you're lucky enough to have one of these, I don't think I've seen one of them in a recent set, really. They might have stopped making them, but they look really cool. But I think it's leaning a little bit. We could do something on the other side to sort of balance that out. Let's add another one of these in. Sort of move them in the middle a bit. I think that looks pretty cool, actually. That'd make a nice addition to a larger road. If you had a longer crossbar here, you could stretch across possibly a full piece of road, and that would look rather nice, I think. I think it looks pretty cool. Maybe you could have like a nice billboard up here if you could print one off, telling you which way to go, turn left and right for which things. But that's pretty much it, guys, for the traffic lights and the street lights. There's not really much more I was going to do with the street lights. I kind of combine them with traffic lights. Of course, you could always add on elements of the street lights onto these traffic lights. Have like a multi-purpose, for instance, have like a light there. It won't stick on because I haven't got it's got one of those in the bottom. But just imagine that there. I think that would look pretty cool, actually. Hold on, I'll just do that. Alright, so I just found one of those pieces, stuck that on. Gotta put one of these at the bottom too. Didn't know if you could see what kind of piece it was, but that will allow it to swivel a little bit, so it can be on a bit of an angle. Something like that. Of course, you'd have to tidy it up a bit, but it looks sort of cool how it is. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. Want to know, do you guys like it better like this? How I don't really go through how to build everything, but it's more of sort of an inspirational thing. You're meant to work out how to build it yourself, and you'd have to modify the design anyway, obviously, because you probably wouldn't have the exact same pieces that I use for this. There's so many Lego pieces, but adding things like this to your city makes it a lot more interesting and really helps it make it look like it's inhabited. It's got people living in it. It's more than just a whole bunch of sets. You've actually done things to liven it up. So thanks for watching, guys. If you build anything, tell me in the comments that you did, and thanks for watching.